Barbarian builds have fluctuated with what is popular or meta for the class when it comes to ladder reset since Diablo 2 Resurrected came out, and one of the builds that got a buff is now such a fun build to play, especially for being a ranged playstyle. In today's video, I'm going to go over the build for the Endgame Throw Barbarian, one that seems to be throwing the Leviathan axe as it always comes back in quantity. I'm going to go over the attributes, the skill tree, the gear for my character and my mercenary, and afterwards I'm going to show you guys some gameplay so you could see this build in action. But do keep in mind that when it comes to this build, there are different ways you can be able to gear the character depending on your needs, whether you're trying to go for maximum DPS, you're trying to do a magic find character, or a hybrid of the two. Just keep in mind when it comes to looking at the gear choices that I'm going to be choosing, that you can choose alternative gear depending on the demand that you have for your build. Before we actually get into the build, the comment shout out for this video is going to be Double Billy from my Fire Boazon build guide video, whom appreciates the video discussing more off-meta builds and expanding on content that helps to keep the game feeling fresh and interesting, as well as Sarga for PB, whom enjoys the channel for the exact same reasons. Thank you both for your kind words. It's very appreciated. Comments like this help to keep me motivated with making this type of content. More of it coming very soon. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. For the attributes, there's enough strength to be able to equip the gear, but all the added strength from all of the gear combined pushes it past the minimum needed. Then enough dexterity to be able to hit 10,000 attack rate once buffed up, and the remaining points go into vitality. For the skill trees, starting with the combat skills, the main skill to deal damage is double throw, so double throw is maxed, as well as double swing as it synergizes double throw. Moving on to the Warcry skill tree, I have shout maxed, battle orders maxed, 1 point into battle command, and 1 point down to fight item for magic finding. Lastly, for the combat masteries, throw masteries is maxed, then initially 1 point in increased stamina, increased speed, iron skin, and natural resistance. This left me with 1 point remaining, so I decided to put it into natural resistance to get them that much closer to being capped out. For the gear, do keep in mind that this is a hero edited character. All the items that you see here are not single self found on single player offline, nor do I play online to be able to have someone assist me with helping me get these items to then showcase in this video. I wanted to put this build together myself to be able to show if it would be worth the time and the resources needed to be able to make it effective, in case anyone would be curious to be able to build this out for themselves, and also just for the spectacle of the concept itself. The helm is wisdom for the piercing to have the damage from the weapons do even more. It also has a bonus to attack rating, plus to battle orders, and cannot be frozen. The amulet is High Lord's Wrath for the plus to skills, IAS, Deadly Strike based on character level, and lightning resistance. The body armor is Enigma to be able to teleport and get around easier, but it also has plus to skills, faster run walk, strength based on character level, physical damage reduction, life after each kill, and magic find. The weapons are dual Eth Lacerators, as the Eth versions do even more damage than their non-Eth counterparts, and the Replenish mod helps to always have them readily available to use. They also have the Amplify proc, IAS, Enhanced Damage, and Open Wounds if you want to take this build to act bosses. The boots are War Travelers for magic find, but they also have faster run walk, strength, and vitality. The first ring is a rare dual leech ring with dual res and magic find. The belt is Razor Tail for piercing, but it also has max damage and dexterity. The second ring is a rare FCR ring with life leech, strength, mana, and lightning resistance. The gloves are laying of hands for the IAS, added % damage to demons, and fire res. On Switch, I'm using dual whiz spikes to be able to teleport around easier, and with their FCR being 50 each and the 10% FCR ring, I'm able to hit the 105 FCR breakpoint. In the inventory is the cube, bolt tomes, torch, Annie, Agides, and the small charms are all magic find small charms. For the additional stats, he has 9% life leech, 11% mana leech, 389% magic find, 70% IAS, 70% faster run walk, and 66% chance of piercing, and that doesn't include the pierce from the skill points invested into throw mastery. For the mercenary, he is the Act 2 Might Mercenary using Andariel's Visage socketed with a Ral rune, Fortitude for the body armor, and Insight for the weapon, as this build is going to be teleporting around a lot, so mana regeneration is important for this build. However, an alternative would be using Pride to be able to increase the damage being done, or switching to the Act 1 Mercenary with a Faith Bow to be able to add even more attack speed to the build. Now that we've discussed the attributes, the skill trees, the gear for my character and my mercenary, let's go ahead and check out this build in action to see how well it actually plays out. With the gameplay, for anyone who'd be curious as to which player settings I'm using for my build guides, the past, presently on screen, and in the future, down in the bottom left corner is what the example gameplay being shown is currently at. The nice thing about this build is the amplified damage proc helps with physical immunity, to allow for additional charms in the inventory instead of the Bone Break Sunder charm. However, builds that are able to do well without a Sunder charm are a plus for me. The two primary skills that you'll use on swap are teleport and find item, and you will still buff your battle command and battle orders using the wizard spikes. However, that won't be as often. So when getting around, have teleport ready, and once you get to a mob, quickly switch over to find item, then switch over to your Eth lacerators and attack. I've found this the easiest way to farm, once you get used to the skill swapping, to be able to save some seconds here and there, especially if you're doing mass runs.
Not even death can save you from me. I am overburdened. Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
This build was a fun new way to play the Barb for me, and hopefully this video can help others out who want to try out this build for themselves as well. This is quite expensive to build out, so if you want to try out this build for yourself without a huge investment when it comes to the gear, check out the budget version of this build that I made that still has good clear speed, and is even safer for health regeneration to boost survivability. Link down in the description below. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to see if this build would be something that you would be interested in going into the future, and if anything, at least just enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, want to see more, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever a new video comes out.
Come on. Come on. Come on, then. There you are. There you are.
And if you like this video, please let me know by leaving a like. It really is appreciated to be able to help my channel to grow. And if you want to see more of my Diablo 2 Resurrected content, make sure to click the card in the corner up above to check out my Diablo 2 Resurrected playlist with a lot of videos already in it, with a lot more coming in the very near future. Other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.